the Blueprint.
An all-new episode.
Now, first of all, I want to welcome you all to what? Michigan. That's what recruits want for Christmas. We on the list again. Stay tuned, keep your eyes glued, make sure you listen in. John Reeves is doing this thing, the Blueprint gets it in.
Welcome to the Blueprint Show. Who could possibly have it better than us? Nobody. How you doing today, Zeek?
What's up? Your boy Zeek, man. It's a beautiful day, and just blessed to have it, man. Just blessed to have it.
I tell you, a lot going on. It's a great time to be a Michigan Wolverine fan, Zeek. I mean, man, it's like, wow. And this Freddie Peace-Off thing has gone viral, brother.
Yeah, yes it has. But it's just one of those things that if you follow Coach in his career, this is part of his motivation. This is part of just a small part of some of the stories that he uses, and some of the brilliance of our coach's mind to get our guys motivated.
Yeah, I mean, and by, like you said, we studied Coach, and we just noticed it was something that he talked about at the camps, and we didn't know who he was, so we just asked a question at the presser, man. We didn't, expect it to go like it did, but anyway, shout out to Freddie Peace-Off.
For the first time, he is legend.
What we got today for the people, Zeke?
Hang on to your seats.
Let's get into a couple things. Let's talk about the upcoming game. Obviously, give an update on recruiting. But first, let's talk about, let's just finish up the Colorado game and Scott Frost.
Oh, yeah, you mean the UCF game.
Yeah, that one.
Where he blatantly didn't want to shake Coach's hand, bro.
We were out hit, right?
Yeah.
Right? He didn't want to show Coach's hand. We were out hit. And he got out of there, with a 37-point loss, still bumping his gums. So if anybody's Freddie Peace-Off, it's got to be Scott Frost.
Look like fools.
It's got to be Scott Frost. You know what? You get the Freddie Peace-Off award this week, Scott Frost.
Hands down.
Shout out Jake Butt, Zeke. He's the third tight end in U of M history with 100 career catches. He had an outstanding game, and Zeke, you are the X and O expert. You know what I mean? You coach football yourself. Address the situation where people was talking about our run game. They stacked the line. They was blitzing the running lanes. I mean, break that down for the people, Zeke.
What we saw most of the game was, an 8 and a 9-man front. If you got there's 11 guys. So for the most part, they were committed to stopping our run game. And that was, to me, more of a mental message that Scott Frost wanted to send to his team. He knew he was outmatched. He knew he was, he didn't have the horses to be able to contend with Harbaugh, nor does he have the coaching acumen to contend with Coach. But that's another subject. But what he decided was he was going to sell out and stop one thing and give his guys, some confidence going forward in their season that, they were able to take away Michigan's run game. Well, a whole lot of colleges in the country are going to take away your run game if you have 5 offensive linemen, a lead blocker, and the running back. That's, my count, 6 blockers, 1 runner. Well, if it's an 8 and a 9-man front, that's either 2 or 3 free guys. You're not going to run on that. I don't care if you have Gale Sayers, Walter Payton, and Emmitt Smith. It's just not conducive to run the ball against that kind of defense. Now, because we've had coaches in the past that stick to their scheme regardless of lineup because they only know how to play football one way, and we would just bang our heads up against the wall, this coaching staff isn't going to do that. They're going to take what you give them. And when you have one-on-one coverage with 3 NFL players, because J.U. Chesson, Amara Dahlborough, and Jake Butt will all play on Sundays, and now you're giving them one-on-one coverage against anybody in the country, I don't care who it is, that you're just asking for the quarterback of Michigan to be Big Ten Player of the Week and what was Wilton Spate the Big Ten Player of the Week. So all the angst about, 4 or 5 running plays, 3 of which were quarterbacks dropping back, not having a receiver to throw to because they were all covered, our guys out of their lanes, and they're running up the field. I mean, that happens in Little League. I mean, if you want to survive on an offense like that, I'll take our chances every Saturday. So a little bit too much angst for really no reason. Some fake drama this week because like I said, if it wasn't for DeMonte Thomas taking a little bit of a bad angle on that 87-yard run, it's been a 12-yard game. They would have had one touchdown. So let's reel back. Let's remember that rough games just a couple years ago were 6 and 8 point wins against Akron. So let's just fall back a little bit, and let's move on to Colorado.
Yes, good. And speaking of Spate, you saying that he was the offensive player of the week. Do you know he also set career highs in every passing category? Come on, against UCF. So, like you said, you put your coach hat on. That's why I had you address that, because you really do be breaking down the X's and O's. And Michigan hit him with the play action. It killed them because they was trying to take away the run. To me, that's great coaching. So there's no need to worry. And really excited about this upcoming game with Colorado. I mean, I'm kind of shocked though, Zeke. They're doing a lot of trash talking on Twitter and all this back and forth. Man, what's up with that?
I think what's going on now is these coaches, feel like if they say something to coach, a couple of things are going to happen, or at least a couple of things they want to happen. Is either coach acknowledges it and says something back, which means they get all the exposure, because we know how coach, whatever he does, if he sneezes, it's going to be on ESPN, right? So they're either trying to, use Michigan to make their program seem bigger than it is, or they're trying to, have Michigan say something back that'll hopefully inspire their kids, because they know they're going to get out-coached and out-athleted across the board. So, in my opinion, it's a lose-lose situation either way. When Coach, I read earlier today that Coach wasn't happy about the phony depth chart that Colorado sent over. Sometimes they call it doing too much. Sometimes you can poke the bear a little bit too hard, and he ends up swallowing you. So, I think they have Coach right where in a place this week where they don't want him to be. So, I'll be real interested to see just how what we run to expose Colorado and what they have what they're bringing this week. And again, Colorado, a much better team in my opinion than UCF. I think we've gone up in competition each week, and this should be the best team this season. At least with the most talent, especially at wide receiver, that I've seen us play against this year. So
you got a prediction for this game, Zeke?
I don't have a feel for Colorado's depth. I just haven't seen them play enough. So, once we start wearing on them, I really don't know what they have in that second half to be able to contend with, some of our freshmen, some of our backups that we put in there that just there's really no drop off with our backups. I mean, did you hear the story about Eddie McDoom this week, that this kid is possibly, the fastest kid on the team, and that it's a real, coach was saying it's a real chance that he and JU are going to race. So the fact that he can even get a race with JU tells me we better watch out for Eddie McDoom in this offense just as much as we were watching out for Chris Evans. I have a feeling that coach wants to use that speed, especially against your third or fourth corner. Are you kidding me? Good luck to that kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see us scoring, in the 40s. I do see us putting up 40 points, and obviously with our defense, I think these guys, may score 3 touchdowns. So maybe a 45 to 24 game. I'm seeing Michigan.
Okay, yeah. I just want to smack down on them, get the win, and be injury-free, because we got bigger fish to fry, but no game is more important than the current game. So I just want to get the win. I want to smack them up for talking. When people talk in the mouth, I just want to punch them in the mouth. So I just want Michigan to dominate them. A few game notes here with this Colorado series. This is going to be the 5th meeting. between the Wolverines and the Buffaloes. Michigan is 3-1 against Colorado. Our largest margin of victory is 31-0 in 1974. And I think that's what I want to see tomorrow. That will be, Saturday, I'm sorry. That will be phenomenal. Shut them out. Shut them out for running their mouth. And the last meeting between the schools came in 97, which was our national championship year. And we dominated them 27-3 at the Big House. And matter of fact, Michigan's 2-1 against them at the Big House. And I just want to see Michigan continue its dominance against the Pacific 12 conference. Overall, we're 49-26 with one tie. And I just want to keep our winning ways. You know what I mean, Zeke? And just don't get. I guess I'm maturing. Normally, I'll be talking trash, but when you know who you are, you don't have to respond the way that they want you to. I just want to handle it on the field, be injury free, move on to the next game. Shout out to Michigan. They moved up into the top 5 of the national polls. And I just want to keep winning, man. At the end of the day, it's about that natty, Zeke. About that natty.
Well, if you look at the way the season's going and the ranking, and, Coach doesn't shy away from rankings and things of that nature. Matter of fact, he likes that stuff because he likes to keep score. So, when you hear a Kyle Kalis come out and acknowledge where Michigan is ranked, in the AP poll at number 4, which is top 5 team in the country, when just about a year and then 2 months ago, we were a 5-7 team, not even going to a bowl game. To most people, that is, incredible. But I think, to some of the diehards, some of the people that really, really follow, recruiting, kind of knew what kind of talent was on campus, you know what I mean? And knew that you mesh that with that coaching staff, that Michigan has, which we talked about with all the NFL experience. If you mesh that with kids and you get a NFL strength and condition guy, so you really start having kids train, the professional way, and you're going to have to weed out, you're going to have to lose a few guys here and there, when you're running a program like that.
Yep.
But in the long run, you build what Coach likes to say, an army, and Coach has built an army. Shout out to Rashawn Gary on his first college sack, where he almost actually got a safety and a sack on the same play.
And it's funny you brought that up, Zeke. I got a story to talk about that with Jennifer Coney, his mom, what I told her before the game. But we got to get to a break, and we'll be right back to finish that up and to continue with the Blueprint Radio Show. So at this time, we're going to go into a word from our sponsors.
Lose the cable bill, but watch cable still. Android TV boxes are here. For a limited time, get yours for $99. These boxes will stream in stunning HD clarity all your movies, television programs, sports, and more. 24-hour tech support and 1-year warranty is included. JVRbox.com. Visit JVRbox.com and get yours today for a limited time for $99. Lose the monthly cable bill, but watch cable still. Get yours today.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dick Vitale of ESPN, and I want to talk a little bit about a guy that really represents all the qualities you want in an athlete. Here's a guy that didn't have much size, but he had heart, he had toughness, and he had mental tenacity. The name Rashad Phillips.
And now Rashad Phillips brings you Courtside, a 5-disc training DVD unlike any other, covering every aspect of the game from beginners to All-Americans. All 5 discs of Courtside will be yours for only $100. Go to rpskillsunlimited.com.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Radio Show. Welcome back, and shout out to JVR Box there. You can go to jvrbox.com, get your TV box. I like the slogan they said. Lose the cable bill, but watch cable still. Shout out to the Rashad Phillips training DVD. You want to take your game to the next level, be a future Wolverine playing basketball, then you need to get that training DVD. And you heard Dick Vitale right there. Put it down. So listen, Zeke. I went to see Rashawn Gary's mom before the game, Jennifer Coney, and Rod was there, a couple guys that listened to the show. They were saying, just talking. When she was like, I wonder when my baby gonna get his first sack. And I was like, he gonna get 2 today. Today's the day. He gonna get that sack. So she tweeted, She was so excited when he got his sack, man. So we was on Twitter, man. I thought that was a good look. But you touched on the coaching pedigree here, and recruits need to really look at that. Zeke, what is it? 88 years NFL experience among 10 coaches on the staff. Come on, man. They've logged 41 years of NFL coaching, 37 years of playing experiences. And that's 8 out of the 10 assistant coaches have coached in the NFL. So if I have a son, which we have, sons, I got 2, you got 1, and they're gonna be future athletes. You know what I mean? Their fathers were athletes. So you want to look at that when you're picking a college, which we know University of Michigan for us, because you have aspirations of them reaching for the moon. You can't say the sky's the limit when people been on the moon. But look at that. NFL coaching, they running pro systems, 4 years of college, getting the best education that they can get, Zeke. I mean, it's a win-win. And that's why I always say, recruits need to do their homework. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get caught up in all this Twitter stuff. When you really searching and you looking for a school, you got to look where you want to end up. I mean, there's no better place than Michigan. Michigan is hot right now.
And just a real quick note. I mean, first of all, what a fantastic story about one of the best moms. I mean, outside
Shout
of
out.
I know my own family, one of the best mothers on the planet that I hope one day actually, put some of the stuff that she did on paper, because it is well worth the time and effort that it takes to raise children. You and I both are very active with our wives and our kids. And for 2 people, it's rough. So I just hope and pray that woman, puts it down on paper so we can distribute that thing for her, because what an outstanding job, Mrs. Coney has done with Rashawn. So on the recruiting note, real quick, just a PSA for recruiting for the Blueprint Nation out there, because we want you guys to be informed of not only the surface of recruiting, which is commit, decommit, sign, don't sign, all the stuff that everybody covers. We want to bring you into the mentality of maybe some of the recruiting. So that way you won't be up in arms if you see a decommitment or 2 or 3 or 4. Sometimes when a 2-star or 3-star commits to Michigan, if you ever notice the exposure that kid gets and the amount of offers that kid gets, after the Michigan offer versus before the Michigan offer. So, that kid may or may not end up in the class, but if he doesn't end up in the class, you can be assured that he's in a much better situation than he was before he got that Michigan offer. Okay, so that's one side. Maybe there's another situation where you recruited a couple of kids from the school and maybe the one you really, really wanted, may have decommitted, maybe looking to go to another conference or for whatever reason has decided to commit, and for some reason you lose his teammate. I mean, if I put 2 and 2 together, chances are, they wanted to play together. Maybe they were a package deal, or maybe Michigan wanted one more than the other. I don't really see that as a huge loss in terms of the overall class. And then I'll just end this by saying that if we lose a guy, you best believe that coach is going to replace the coach, the player, whoever it is, will be a better replacement than the person that left. Just keep that in mind, and just keep score, keep tally, minus Durkin, add Don Brown. Okay? Say no more.
Hey, I'm with you, brother. So I never get alarmed. My DMs be on fire when we get decommits. I understand the passion of the fans and everybody, but there's always 3 sides to every story. It's the recruit side, the school side, and the truth. And you kind of got to look in and discern it for what it is. Some offers are just offers, and I got to respect the coach that tells me, that's honest with me. You know what I mean? I may be a 2-star or 3-star that, may can't compete at a Michigan, and, they offer me and I accepted it because I was excited. But if they're honest with me and tell me, hey, they think Eastern Michigan or Toledo's a better fit, I'm not going to get mad and go on Twitter and blast them. I'm going to thank them, tell them I'm always love them, be a fan, and I'm going to go make the best of my situation, get a free education, work hard as I can, to be the best player I can be at Eastern or whatever.
Get a situation like Ben, Mr. Canadian, Mr. St. Juice, where he was offered as a non-rated 2-star kid that now is a 4-star kid that got the regimen, that was in touch with the coaches, that went to every camp he could, that did everything that coaching staff said to do.
Wow.
And I mean, look how it's turning out for him. So that's why I say it's not always one way or the other, but I do believe that if you are a kid and the coach tells you to come to camp and you're a commit, you might want to come to camp.
That's right. I think you need to come to camp. But, some breaks are mutual, and, hey, it's all good. At the end of the day, Michigan's going to always get its fair share of good players. You know what I mean? And I like this and trust this coaching staff because they have an eye for talent. I mean, look at Chris Evans. He should have been a 5-star, but was he? You get what I mean? So that's why I get caught up in all the ratings and everything. And I'm just really excited. Zeke, I feel like giving something away, buddy. What you think we should give away this week? I know we've been having our contest. We gave away tickets to the game last week and this week. But I want to get into a giveaway right now, Zeke. What you think we should give away?
What we got some nice polos, some Block B polos. I believe we got some parking passes. So if you those always come in handy, right?
Right.
I think one of those would be a major giveaway.
Okay.
Either or.
Let's do a Block B blueprint polo shirt. Let's do a giveaway for the fans. They need to follow Blueprint Show. Yeah, they follow the Blueprint Show right now. Subscribe to our YouTube page, and we'll have a drawing and give away a free polo.
How about they tell us that score I gave them on this week's game?
There you go. Tell us the score. Tweet it to us at the Blueprint Show. Score the game. First, you got to follow the Blueprint Show. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. We'll pull your name after you give the score that Zeke gave on this radio show. And we'll get your size and send you out a Blueprint polo. There it is right there. It's the roots of the game. Listen, we got to go into another break from our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dick Vitale of ESPN, and I want to talk a little bit about a guy that really represents all the qualities you want in an athlete. Here's a guy that didn't have much size, but he had heart, he had toughness, and he had mental tenacity. The name, Rashad Phillips.
And now Rashad Phillips brings you Courtside, a 5-disc training DVD unlike any other, covering every aspect of the game from beginners to All-Americans. All 5 discs of Courtside will be yours for only $100. Go to rpskillsunlimited.com.
Lose the cable bill, but watch cable still. Android TV boxes are here. For a limited time, get yours for $99. These boxes will stream in stunning HD clarity all your movies, television programs, sports, and more. 24-hour tech support and 1-year warranty is included. JVRbox.com. Visit JVRbox.com and get yours today for a limited time for $99. Lose the monthly cable bill, but watch cable still. Get yours today.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Radio Show with Ray and Zeke. Michigan man Ray here and your boy Zeke. Listen, that JVR box is something special. I have several in my home. I cut my cable and I can watch anything. It's the real deal. You guys need to go to that website and get your boxes today. Shout out to JVR Box, one of our sponsors. And hey, it's the real deal. You guys know we're going to be at the tailgate, right? So me and Zeke are always by the tunnel. You can find the Blueprint boys. You see us in our Block B polos at the tailgate. And we want to fellowship with you all, We want to come to the golf course. wherever you are, high school, we want to come to your tailgate, get some interviews, and have some fun with you guys. So what's up, Z?
So, I think we got everybody all caught up on what's going on. We have some exciting things, obviously, behind the scenes that we're working and planning on growing and obviously providing, coverage of the University of Michigan from a different perspective, not always coming at you from the journalistic side of things. Hence Freddie Peasoff, right? I mean, that's a fun character that just exploded way more than any question we would have asked Coach about a stat or a tendency or why your running game wasn't working in the first 2 plays of the game. I mean, that's not us, but there are people that'll give you that content. But when you come to hang out with your Blueprint boys, it's going to be big picture. But also keep in mind, if we see something that ain't right, we also going to point it out too. So but at this point, 2 games in, 2-0, scored over 110 or 114 points. I mean, 1 week our defensive linebacker in his first game back in 2 or 3 years was Defensive Player of the Week. Our quarterback that was a 3-star that no one thought was any good, the next week is the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. So let's just keep in mind what's actually going on at Michigan right now. Pay attention to Eddie McDoom this week. Pay attention to Chris Evans. He's going to be trying to get some payback, and I don't anticipate Colorado, playing a sellout run defense. But if they do, then J.U. Chestnut and Amara Darborough and Mr. Jake Butt are going to roast them.
We got some burners, bro.
Some burners. The overall speed on this team, from an offensive perspective, is absolutely changed drastically. If you just look at how many skill positions we've had drafted in the past 10 years, there's not a lot. There's not a lot at all. And if you look at, the overall issue of it, it's probably been the speed. So with the quicks of JU and obviously the speed of McDoom and let's give Grant Perry some love. I mean, all he does is catch anything that's near him. So he's done a great job. You just really, really love, what the seniors are providing. And I'll tell you this, we still haven't seen our full defense. Until our shutdown corner is on the field, you're not really going to see the real exotic blitzes that Don Brown can run, because when he has Jordan Lewis out there, there's no worry to the complete side of your best receiver. He's absolutely on lockdown.
Lockdown.
So we are still growing, and there's no reason for anybody to want our team to be peaking at week 2. I do want to see a physical beatdown this week against Colorado, though. I want them to feel what it's like to come up to Michigan, whether it's raining, whether it's sunny, no matter what the weather conditions are. And I do want them to think about their phony depth chart when they leave the stadium Saturday night.
I like that. And you was right. It was 114 points combined through the first 2 games of the season. This is the 4th most in program history through 2 contests. It's the 11th time that the University of Michigan has surpassed 100 or more points in the first 2 games, and the first time since 2013. The last time we had back-to-back 50-point games was in 1992. What an amazing feat that this team has accomplished early on. Listen, like Zeke said, we bring it to you from a different angle. Follow us on Facebook at the Blue Network, Everything Michigan, and we're going to Facebook Live the press conferences, interviews with players. Follow on Periscope. My personal Periscope, I do it. Me and Zeke always together. Do Zeke, you got Periscope yet?
I do. That's good. I sure do.
Yep, so follow us on Periscope at Rashawn Reeves. That's RASEAN REEVES. Stay connected. Michigan Man Ray, we're going to Periscope from the conference. You can follow Zeke. Zeke about to give you his handle. Just stay connected to the Blueprint Boys. We're going to give you the press conferences right after the game. You can watch it live because we're going to have it on social media. And if you forget what we just said, just hit us up on Twitter. You know our Twitter handle. And we'll get it right out to you, man. Give them your Twitter handle, Zeke, your Periscope. Let them know where they can stay connected. And go Blue.
Go Blue. I'm at HALL09 HASSON. That's my Twitter. And once you hit my Twitter, you're able to get me through Periscope. You're able to get to our website, theblueprintmichigan.com. Got to go to the website. That's where all the content is. That's where you find us. That's where you keep up to date as to what's going on, because you never know what the Blueprint Boys will bring to you. Stay tuned to this week's coverage of the game, obviously post-game conference. Make sure you follow Rashawn's Periscope, because you guys can get the press conference live right as it's happening. No waiting around to see what Coach says. You can get it live minutes after the game. So make sure you go to Rashawn Periscope and check that out.
That's right. And see, like he said, the blueprintmichigan.com. Both of our Twitter handles are there. That's our Periscope as well. And don't forget to follow at Blueprint Show on Twitter, on our Facebook group. We got a lot going on. Everything's on our website. Just stay connected to us. And we're going to close out with the question we asked at the press conference. Freddie, peace off, and coach's response. Until next time, go Blue.
Have a blessed day. Go Blue.
Coach, go back, Rashawn.
Coach, I noticed at the satellite camps, you always told the campers, don't be Freddie peace off. I've been trying to find out, who is this guy, Freddie peace off?
He's a 4-inch guy that wears a cape and a hat with a plume in it, and he's just tall enough to talk right into your ear and tell you that you don't have to practice today. Why are you working so hard? Get over there in the shade. No need to attack with enthusiasm unknown to mankind today. So take a break, take a knee. He's not a guy you want around.
Good.
Get him off your shoulder as fast as possible.
Thanks, Coach.
It's the Blueprint.
An all-new episode.
Now, first of all, I want to welcome you all to what? Michigan. That's what recruits want for Christmas. We on the list again, so stay tuned. Keep your eyes glued. Make sure you listen in. John Reeves is doing this thing. The Blueprint gets it in.